All right, let's talk about what is, without a doubt, the single most important piece of software for anyone selling on Amazon. We're diving deep into a tool called Keepa. And look, if you're an Amazon reseller, getting a handle on this tool isn't just a good idea, it's absolutely essential.
You know, every single reseller runs into this exact same problem. You're about to spend your hard-earned cash on a bunch of inventory, but how do you really know if it's going to fly off the shelves? Or is it just going to sit in a warehouse collecting dust and tying up your money? That is the question, isn't it?
When you get right down to it, there are only two ways to play this game. You can go with guesswork, following your gut, hoping for the best, and that's risky, unpredictable, and usually pretty expensive. The other way, you operate on data. You make smart, strategic moves that actually lead to profit. So the big question is, where do you get that data?
And that right there is where Keepa comes in. Seriously, think of it like a time machine for Amazon products. It's a crystal ball that shows you the entire life story of an item, letting you turn what used to be a total shot in the dark into a really calculated decision.
So how does this whole thing work? Well, to really get Keepa, you've got to learn to read its chart. So let's do that. We're going to break down the 3 most critical bits of info that'll let you size up pretty much any product in less than 30 seconds.
Okay, the first and maybe the most important piece of this puzzle is the green line. This line is all about one thing: demand.
This line tracks the sales rank. Just think of it like a popularity contest on Amazon, where, unlike in golf, the lower the number, the better you're doing. What you're really looking for are those constant dips, the spiky up and down movement. Every single one of those drops means a sale happened. A chart that's bouncing around like this is basically showing you the product's heartbeat. It tells you it's alive and selling all the time.
Next up, let's talk about the pink line. This one is super important because it tracks the price history, specifically the buy box price.
You know the buy box? It's that main price you see, the one with the add to cart button. This pink line tells you the entire story of that price. Has it been holding steady? Is it trending up over time? Or has it been in a free fall? This line gives you a realistic idea of what you can actually expect to sell this thing for.
And finally, we've got to look at the graph on the bottom. This little section tells us all about the competition on the listing, and this is absolutely crucial.
This is the new offer count, or in plain English, how many other people are you competing against? And the logic here is just basic supply and demand, right? When a ton of new sellers jump on a listing, the price usually gets driven down. But when sellers start to sell out and that number drops, the price has room to climb back up. This is how you start predicting where the price is headed next.
So when you put it all together, what makes a good chart? It's really this magic combination of 3 things. You want to see high demand, that's a spiky green line. You want a stable or even rising price, that's a steady pink line. And you want manageable or even better, falling competition. Find a chart that checks all 3 boxes, and you've probably found yourself a winner.
Okay, so analyzing one product is great, but how do you scale that? How in the world do you sift through the millions and millions of products on Amazon to find more that have this perfect, profitable profile?
This is where we get to the next level of Keepa's power. We're about to go from analyzing just one product at a time to searching through millions of them with a tool called the Product Finder.
Honestly, the best way to think about the Product Finder is like a secret search engine just for Amazon sellers. But instead of searching the web for cat videos, you're searching the entire Amazon catalog for products that meet your exact profitability criteria. And using it is actually way easier than it sounds. You literally just tell Keepa what you're looking for. You say, I want products in this sales rank range to define your demand. You set your target price, you filter for the number of sellers you're willing to compete with, and then bam, Keepa spits out a list of hidden gems that match exactly what you asked for. But now, this is where things get really fun. Once you get these basics down, you can start using some pro-level sourcing techniques that, frankly, most sellers have no idea even exist. Let's dig into one of the most powerful ones.
It's a method called storefront stalking, and the idea is brilliant in its simplicity. If you find one really good profitable product, chances are the other successful sellers on that listing have found other good products too. So why not just take a peek at their entire public catalog to find their other winning items?
And this is where it just gets insane. Listen to this, because this is how the pros really operate. They don't just look at what a competitor is selling right now. No. They use Keepa to see every single thing that seller has ever sold. They uncover this huge treasure trove of proven profitable product ideas. So here's how you do it. You start with just one winning product. You use Keepa to see a list of every other seller on that listing, even ones who sold out months ago.
You export that list of sellers, and then you plug it right into the product finder. And just like that, you're sifting through all their hidden gems. It's an absolute game changer.
So let's just pull all of this together for a second. What having access to all this data really does is it fundamentally changes the way you approach your entire business.
Before you have a tool like Keepa, you're pretty much buying blind. You're operating on hope. But after you master it, every single purchase you make becomes an investment you make with total insight backed by cold, hard historical data.
And the scale of the data we're talking about is just staggering. Keepa is tracking over 900 million products. That's a mind-boggling amount of market intelligence you have right at your fingertips.
So at the end of the day, here's the bottom line. Keepa isn't just another piece of software. It's the thing that turns risky, expensive guesswork into a powerful, data-driven, strategic edge in one of the most competitive places on Earth.
So I'll just leave you with this one question. Now that you know you can read a product's past and literally search for its future, what hidden opportunities are you going to go out and uncover first?